Continuing on the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about a OC concept coming in from Kyle. But before I go and read Kyle's custom cards, send me Dokkan concepts over to bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com so get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible while I'm getting all these recent / older Dokkan concepts out of the way. So you guys can't see the entire message inside the email, so I'm just going to go ahead and just post it on the screen so that way you guys can see the entire thing if you want to just read along with me. So Kyle says, "Hey Dev, wanted to drop another unit off. This is actually a rework from the ground up of the first unit I made. For context, the OC named Nikura, I think that's how you say that. Nikura, I'm not going to read the last name because I'm going to completely butcher it. Was born blind on Universe 6's Earth. Interesting. Long story, but it was essentially an experiment to splice together cat and human DNA together. The only reason she was deemed a failure was because of the fact that she was born blind. But she ended up eventually learning key control from HIT, okay, which taught her that she could reactivate the optic nerves of her eyes using key, okay. Headcanon, I have since it does augment speed, striking strength, etc. In addition, her being born blind augmented her senses greatly, on top of what a cat would normally have, alright? The problem with that is, the problem, yo, there's so much here to read, it's so early in the morning for me, so I'm sorry guys if I mess up words. The problem with this is that she's always doing this, okay, she's always doing this. And as a result, holding back since she injects a small bit into them. She does this to give herself a chance at a better life. However, if she does it for too long, her eyes begin bleeding. Oh god, okay. When Akira does stop though, she's able to access her full power and the jump is rather massive. I tried to build her kit around her vision, as I also have a visual impairment. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's an OC aligning with like, oh wow. Okay. Fair warning, the super attack effects are long, and the blindness / de-transformation mechanic might make her a bit overly broken. And so it's completely alright. It's completely alright, Kyle, you know, because, you know, if your OC is like, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Aligned with your own visual impairment. Wow. Interesting. Okay. And yes, she did get isekai'd, I think so you say that, to Z's timeline. LOL. It's part of a thing a friend and I've been doing. Hope you like it. Alright. So with that being said, let's just go and jump straight into it. Thank you for sending your custom card, my guy. Bro, there is a lot to read here, bro. You know what's crazy? When I do these early morning recordings, it's like I get these cards where there is this is not the fault to the people that send me these cards. Usually when I do these early morning recordings, I get a lot to read. But when I do like these late in the day recordings, there's like barely anything to read. It's crazy. It's crazy. Not really a big deal, but I just wanted to point it out. Alright. Here we go. So, visually destitute, I think that's how you say that. Visually destitute warrior from a forgotten world. Excuse my reading, it's very garbage this morning. Nakura, I'm not going to say that last name because, I mean, I'm going to butcher it. I probably got the Nakura thing wrong. Nakura, see? Name effectively means dark, gloomy, silence in Japanese. Okay. TUR, super int. You know, another thing is, what is the thumbnail going to be for this video? Bro, I haven't even figured out like what the thumbnail is going to be for this video. Leader skill is Universe 6, of course, has stated inside the message of the email. He did say this is a Universe 6 character. Universe 6, artificial life forms or time limit 3 key and 170% across the board, and the 30% of the stats is 2, accelerated battle, all-out struggle, uncontrollable power, battle of wits. And then this card has a sub-leader skill to alternate history, 3 key, and 129% of stats. And allies who belong to the first leader skill excluded. Wait. No. Wait, no. So if you're on this part of the leader skill, you get like a what? What is that? Is that like a... Is that 100 and... Is that 100 and... I think that's 189% of stats? Or is that 199% of stats? No, that's not 199% stats. That's 200. That'd be, because of course 20 into 70 is 90. Yeah, that'd be 299% the stats. So, wow, okay. So if you are Universe 6 artificial life forms, no. It says allies excluded. Okay, never mind. I guess it is just a sub-leader skill. Please clarify down below. Because it says Battle of Wits or alternate history. No, it's separate, bro. I'm so stupid. I just saw the semicolon. Okay. All right, you don't have to comment down below, bro. All right, I figured it out because there's a semicolon there. Okay, so this unit's 200% leader skill. It's Universe 6 artificial life forms or time limit 3 key and 170% across the board. And need 30% of the stats is to accelerate a battle or all-out struggle. Then this card is also a sub-leader to Uncontrollable Power, Battle of Wits, or Alternate History, 3 key, and 129% of the stats. And allies who are on the first leader skill are excluded. Okay, I get it. These two leader skills are split. Thankfully, I caught that immediately. So yes, it's Universe 6, Artificial Life Forms Time Limit. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I thought that a couple of these were, like, included with it. So, let's see. Uncontrollable Power and Battle of Wits gotta go. Uncontrollable Power, Battle of Wits, so yes, that is correct. Yeah, Universe 6, Artificial Life Forms Time Limit, okay. And then there's Accelerated Battle and All Out Struggle. Good thing I caught myself there. Yeah, I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and just research that up. Alright, so as for the characters on the 200% leader skill, I mean, pretty much you see two of your strongest units on this category, that being both the Vegito and Gogeta. You do have the Go Freezer card for whatever situation you want to run them in. You have AGL Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as well as STRK Buu. Who else do we have here? We do have the Angel Goku, our good old Dod unit, aka Dodge or Die unit. Wow, this 200% leader skill is very small. Yeah, it's very, very small, and it's going to be carried off the top heavy characters. Alright, so that's really about it. Of course, Tech Cell, Physical Kid Buu. You guys already know how I feel about Physical Kid Buu, because, you know, obviously you could take a little bit too much damage in this day and age. But yeah, going back on over to this Nakura card. Let's just get straight into it. Alright, so alternate history. Of course we're going to read this, obviously, right? A category featuring characters from timelines that diverge from the main storyline of a storyline, including scenarios like those that occur in Trunks' timeline, as well as unique events. This includes units such as Goku Black, characters from Dragon Ball Heroes, the Tech Goku and Gohan, and characters from the non-canon movies for Beerus and Golden Frieza specifically. It depends on if they have movie bosses or not, as they also appear in Super, but excludes those like Int Vegeta and Trunks, who are tied to both an alternate history and a main timeline. Interesting. And here's an example of the art. I'll replace this later, but the coat is awesome. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Looks AI generated. Was this AI generated? I only say that because of course, how how it looks, obviously. The stats. All right. Now I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail. I already said this. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail. I'll figure it out. Okay, it's probably gonna be like just like hit with like cat ears. It's not gonna be hit with cat ears. It'd be funny if it actually was though. Okay, so stats listed everything in case of potential EZA, but ignore these otherwise. Okay, so I guess the only thing I will look at is like, you know, just can I look at the rainbow? Yeah, here's the rainbow stats, right? So rainbow, this card has basically 13,000 defense, so obviously very high for a Dokkan Fest, and then 17,000 attack. Basically, that's 17,000 attack. All right, so stats looking, of course, great on the defensive end. Of course, I'm gonna ignore the 0% hit of potential system, the level 1, we can look at the easy. That's interesting. Holy hell! Look at the look at the easy. Look at the easy A stats, bro. My God. Okay. Alright, so the links: Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Brainiacs, Shocking Speed, Messengers from the Future, this message from the future, Warriors of Universe 6 goes to Experienced Fighters, Battlefield Diva goes to Shattering the Limit. Okay. Alright, so see the passive. Finally, let's take a look at this. Okay, so wow, this is a wall of text. So we're just gonna have this entire thing highlighted for right now, and then we'll get on over to the bottom of it, of course. Alright, so the passive, carefully navigating a new reality from two perspectives, as a dope passive name. Chance for own attacks to hit plus 100%. starting from character's entry turn, resets upon character's first appearance. Okay, interesting. So it just resets every time this upon character's first appearance. That's interesting. Okay. Chance for own attacks to to target. Wait. Because I've never seen this type of like part of a passive before. Chance for own attacks to hit the target minus 12% with every turn that passes up to 100%. Cannot be reverted except on character's first appearance. But the character only gets one appearance. Interesting. Okay, I gotta keep reading. 4 key and 192% attack and defense, as well as 33% attack and defense when performing a super attack. Okay. 4 key and 16.5% attack and defense? What? Now, that's not the first time I've ever seen someone use a decimal with attack and defense, or like anything with decimals for a custom card, so it's interesting seeing it again, though. For rest of the battle, to Universe 6 category allies, every time an attack does not miss, up to 2 for allies, up to 1 for self, and performs 2 additional attacks that have a 50% chance to become a super attack per Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn, excluding self. So, she's a support type unit. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not. That can't be. 4 key and 16.5% attack and defense for the rest of the battle. 2 Universe 6 category allies every time an attack does not miss. That's granted the boss doesn't you know, dodge your attack. That should just be fairly easy to get off, right? It performs up to 2 additional attacks that will have a 50% chance to become a super attack per Universe 6 category characters. So you want Universe 6 characters with her so she can get those additional supers off. Okay. Those additional super attack chances off. Alright, let's continue reading. Let's see. Reduces hit rate of all enemies by 11% after countering an attack in the same turn up to 33%. A character like this, man. This is completely outside the box. I like this. Because I can't like... It's like I'm following along. Let me just keep reading. Okay. Changes key spheres to rainbow. And with every key sphere obtained, chance for own attacks to hit plus 11%. Plus additional 11% if the key sphere is rainbow up to 33%. Oh, it's because of the little vision thing. Okay. What the fuck? Yo, this is so unique. What the fuck? Okay. This is so interesting. Attacks become guaranteed to hit temporarily and disable enemy's guard when there is an ally whose name is hit attacking in the same turn, or from the next appearance of this character attacking the 3rd slot during the last appearance. Does not influence own vision. Okay. Guards all attacks. Plus additional 11% chance to hit the target for the rest of the battle when guard is activated, or after dodging within the same turn up to once in the same turn. And 33% damage reduction, as well as for 1 turn after regaining sight. 12 key and 33% attack and defense. And until the next time this character loses their vision, an additional 3% damage reduction per attack, including super attack, that have been countered. Wow, last detransform up to 33%. What the fuck am I reading? This is, this is so like, it's like I'm following along, but at the same time, I've never seen a design like this before. Going off of a card OC that cannot completely see and loses their own vision. Okay, well, I'll try to make like my assumption on how this card is supposed to be ran after I'm done reading it. Okay. And do keep in mind there is a detransformation to blindness, which I'm gonna assume that this card turns into like Kenshi from fucking Mortal Kombat. Anyways, the last part of her kit. Counters with ferocious power if an attack does not hit the target, or after dodging an attack. And she gets guaranteed dodge for 1 turn after retransforming. Huh? Okay. Alright. So, how I'm gonna assume this card is supposed to be ran, right? So, this card is a counter unit. Alright, she's a counter unit. If she misses her attack or dodges, attacks become effective against all types temporarily. Okay, cool. So she could do a little bit damage with that. She's a counter unit that counters off of missing the target and dodging. Okay. But before she starts countering, she starts with a guaranteed chance to hit the enemy. Alright, for that first appearance. Okay. But every time the turn passes, she loses sight of the target. Okay. And while she's losing sight of the target, she builds up dodge chance, 22% up to 66%, and 20% attack every time the attack doesn't hit the target. So if she's not hitting the target, she's building up dodge and attack. Nice, right? The dodge more so attack is nice, right? So once she is fully built up and she's not hitting the target with that 66% chance to dodge, while she has that attack and defensive buff inside of her passive, a solid amount of attack and defense to start turn, she then becomes a support type unit for every time. No, that's so this part of her kit is for when she doesn't miss. So when she does have her sight, bro, this is just this. Bro, when she has her sight, she's a support type unit. Up to 2 allies, up to 1 for self. Okay, she's a support type unit. Okay. And her additional super attack chances are based off of you having those Universe 6 characters. So you have to have those Universe 6 characters for you to be able to build up that support for that rotation, right? So that is in conjunction of her being able to see and to do those attacks. Makes sense, right? Granted, it hits the enemy, right? Then, bro, she's like stronger when she's not able to see. I'm gonna assume that's the point, because with her not being able to see, she's gonna have that 66% chance to dodge. She's going to have that damage reduction built up, yes, from her countering. So she's gonna have that 66% chance to dodge with this starting amount of 33% damage reduction from her countering, with the rainbow orb changing, with what else? She does have guard. I know I read guard somewhere. She does. Yeah, she has guard. And she gets guard after dodging within the same turn. Okay, interesting. Guard with up to a 66% chance to dodge, as well as a 66% damage reduction. And then she builds up additional damage reduction. What? Bro, is that up to 99% damage? What the fuck? Yo, why? How do I? Yo, this card got me stumped. This card got me stumped. This is some galaxy brain ass design. I like this, because this is one of those cards that are just like making me think. This is good. This is good, man. Yeah. Wow, this card is very intricate. Very, very intricate. Very interesting. I like this card. I do. It's really making me think, man. I like it. I like it. Alright, so her super attack. Oh my god, her fucking super. She's a Dokkan Fest TUR. She's super int, right? She's super int? She is. She's a Dokkan Fest TUR. Alright, that's super int. And then, with her being a Dokkan Fest TUR, guys, this is her super attack. The super attack is called the Time Skip Phantom Prowl. Okay, that's a loaded super attack name. 50% defense for 1 turn. She also... Oh my god, bro. She stacks attack or greatly raises her attack for 1 turn and stacks defense. Instead, if hit rate at the start of the turn is 49% or below. So she changes fucking super attack effects if your hit rate is below a specific amount. Alright. She of course does immense damage to the enemy, and she seals the enemy, lowers their attack and defense by 29% for 2 turns, and raises attack by 15% with each attack, super attacks excluded, performed for the rest of the turn up to 30%. If chance to hit is above 50%, she can get 15% defense with each attack performed, super attacks excluded, for the rest of the turn up to 30%. Guys, excuse the hiccup by the way, but guys. What the fuck do I say to this? She gets different super attack effects for when she's above a hit rate threshold and below. What? What? This? So it's in her super attack effects are intertwined with her goddamn kits. So it's giving Kenshi. It's giving Kenshi from Mortal Kombat. It's given. Alright, so this is absolutely what's going to be for the D-Transformation. D-Transformation becomes overstimulated in battle and goes blind. Alright. Activates automatically at the start of the turn if own attacks would be unable to hit, or after a total of 30 attacks have been performed by allies and enemies. Holy hell. This is meant to be an infinite loop kind of thing. So it should be fairly easy to get this part of her D-Transformation off. This is just holy hell. Holy hot dog. Oh my god. Alright, let's see what we got here. So this is our blind part of her card. I'm going to assume our blind part of her kit is ridiculously broken. We're just gonna assume, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's what he said inside the email. Alright, so let's see what we got here. A passive blind Neko of Universe 6 is unable to attack, of course. Because she's blind, right? Except if performing a counter, cannot perform a counter if chance to hit is below 33%. Okay. 12 key and 266% attack and defense, and plus additional attack, defense, chance to evade, and damage reduction, plus 72%! Holy hell! So she gets a 72% chance to dodge with 72% damage reduction, as well as 72% attack and defense? Bro, what? What? Chance for own attacks to hit target plus 0%, plus additional for own attacks to hit the target plus 12% with each turn that passes up to 100%. Alright. And 6 key, as well as 66% attack and defense, and a 16.5% chance to dodge for all allies, self-excluded. Okay. She's giving dodge chance, key, and a great amount of support. Redirects all attacks directed at self to a random ally that is attacking in the same turn during this character's entry turn, and when that ally is receiving attacks, including super attacks, temporarily reduces damage received by 8% for that ally for every attack received up to 16%, plus additional 8% damage reduction for the rest of the turn for that ally if a super attack is received. So she can give up to, what's that, it's 24% damage reduction? Yeah. Granted, of course, the ally takes that super attack for the rest of the turn. So it's up to 24% damage reduction, with already her giving 16.5% chance to dodge, as well as that key and that great amount of support, that being 66% attack defense with that 6 key. And she also counters attacks, including super attacks, directed at this character, excluding redirected attacks. Makes sense. With ferocious power, and she does a guarantee crit when performing a counter if the attack was dodged, and when countering, attacks are temporarily guaranteed to hit. Interesting. So when she counters an attack that was dodged, yeah, she can just guarantee hit the enemy. Okay. When hit rate reaches 66% or higher, counters every attack that this character had redirected to another ally at the end of this turn with super intense power. And when countering, attacks are both temporarily guaranteed to hit and are effective against all types once only, and for the next 3 turns after this occurs, disables enemy's guard. This card is like, wow. Okay. So, damage reduction rate minus 6% every time attack is received up to 12%, plus additional 12% attack with every attack dodged or performed by self, or super attack performed by both allies. So she can do normal attacks, she just can't do super attacks, right? Okay. Because it says that she could attack, yes. For every attack received, or every attack dodged or performed by self. Yes, she could do normal attacks. So performed by allies, self excluded, and enemies in the same turn, bro. This card has me so stumped. This is one of those cards where I'm just like this. This has my brain like wrapped around, just like in a circle. This is just crazy. I've never seen a card like this before, and I like that. I like seeing cards that are just like so astronomically unique where I can't completely wrap my head around it. I really can't. This is super interesting, bro. Super interesting. Attacks are guaranteed to hit for one turn, starting from character's next appearance. Had this character been placed in the third slot during their last appearance, does not cause this character to regain vision. Regains vision, or regains own vision, at the start of turn if attacks will be guaranteed to hit upon character's appearance. Okay, this I don't know how to like I don't know how to completely break down this card, bro. Because on one part of the card, this card is giving, of course, great support. They do have really strong start of turn, like, you know, buffs with dodge chance as well as damage reduction. A 72% chance to dodge with 72% damage reduction, while also being a counter unit that redirects attacks onto a random ally, gives them damage reduction. This card counters attacks, including super attacks, directed at this character with ferocious power, getting the chance to getting that, not a chance, but getting to do a guaranteed crit. She gets specific buffs and, like, I guess debuffs, being above or below like where she can see or not. This just, bro, or gains own vision. That, like, what? Okay. Wait, this has me stumped. This is good. This is a great, like, I like stuff like this. Wow, extremely unique design. The person that created this card, please hit me with a TLDR down below in the comment section below if you could. If not, it's completely alright. But yeah, hit me with a TLDR with like how each of these work, because this is shout out to you and your friend, because I'm pretty sure you and your friend did like a little thing that had to do with this. I think, or is it just you? I think. But yeah. Send me Dokkan concepts over to bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com so get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. I'm getting all these recent Dokkan concepts out the way. Leave a like and subscribe if you joined the video. Join the 24/7 Discord server. Link is down below in the description for you guys to join today. And that is pretty much all. I don't have much to say about this card, bro. I'm stumped. I am stumped. I can't even front. Peace.